Hi, everybody. Welcome to the MakeCode Arcade Advanced stream. I'm Richard, at Richard on the MakeCode forum.
I'm Jasmine.
Yes. I'm Joey at J1 Drill on the MakeCode forum.
I'm Shannon at Chakao on the MakeCode forum.
And I'm Vivian at Live Cheerful on the MakeCode forum.
Yeah, and we're just being super professional as always. And also, Joey, I like that you're so used to going second. It took you a second there.
I was like, does A come before O? I can't remember for sure. Yeah, it does. Okay, I'll cede.
All right, and today I thought we would work on a game that we started a while ago, and that I did a little work on off stream. Not much, but enough to kind of show off. This is our time rewinder game. So let me maximize and just kind of show what's going on here. So the main stuff that I did off stream was I took our hero character and I animated them. Still mainly the thing that Joey drew, but I added some floppy hair because I love adding floppy hair to things, So the way this works is it's basically just a platformer. We've got these enemies that Vivian drew, and when you hit them or when you take any damage, you get rewound back to 4 seconds ago, which then lets you try again. The enemies get rewound too. So yeah, I like this game, and I think that it's kind of fun. And the other thing that you might have seen that I did was, well, one, I changed the tile map, and also I added this little effect that happens when you rewind. And I realize now that it might be completely lost on today's youths, why there are lines going up and down the screen. But there used to be these things called VHS tapes. You put them in a VCR, and when you hit the rewind button, you get little lines on the screen while it rewinds. So yeah, comment in chat if you knew about that, because if you didn't, it'll make me feel old.
Hassan, did you know about that?
Hassan's here?
Yes. Yeah, I snuck in here. Hopefully it didn't mess with the display too much. Yeah, no, I remember, like, we bought like a super fast rewinder, and it was so exciting because it would only take like a minute or so versus like the much slower old one we had before.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you ever go visit your grandparents, go ask if you can see their collection of VHS tapes, and have fun, like when you try to watch one of them and they haven't rewound it and you have to wait for a few minutes for the rewind to finish before you can start watching it. I actually own one VHS tape, and I think I have the box for it right around here somewhere. Oh yeah, here we go. It's everyone's favorite Tom Cruise movie, Legend, which I bought a VHS tape for some reason. So yeah, I don't endorse this movie in any way.
I think it was because it was like the movie of the week.
Yeah, my family likes this movie a lot for some reason. Okay. So with our game, let's talk about things we can do. First thing I want to do is I want to animate these enemies. And Vivian informed me that basically what this enemy is supposed to be is that they're like on the ground and they're like holding their arms up like, I'm tough.
Yeah.
So we're actually going to take these enemies, we're going to give them gravity and make them walk around. Well, maybe we'll make them Koopas,
Do you think that'll make them easier to jump over?
It will, I think so. So yeah, let's get into that. All right. So the way I'm doing these animations is I'm using the character animations extension, shameless plug, which I wrote. It lets you do a lot of these things nicely without having to write a bunch of code. So right now we're doing this for just our one character, not Richard. Let's do it now for our enemies. I'm going to just duplicate this, and we're going to I should probably put this after I create the enemy. And we're going to take this and make just a quick animation of this guy walking in a direction. Oh wait, what was the size of that? 8 by 8. Okay. And so I think that the way we're going to have these guys walk is we're just going to do plus. We're going to, duplicate it. We're going to just make them go up a little bit, and then like that, but like slower. Is this okay, Vivian?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so we got that, and we want to make it so that they are doing this when they are facing left, and let me copy the rule that I had. So facing left, hitting wall down, and moving left. Cool. All right, now we're going to take this, duplicate it. We're going to flip all of these. So we're going to make this facing right, hitting wall down, and moving right. And then we're just going to flip these guys. All right. And now we want to switch them from just doing the sprite follow thing to actually walking around. So we're going to, yeah, you'll see they're not animating right now, and that's because they're not hitting the floor. So we want to make them hit the floor, and the way we're going to do that is we're going to give them gravity, just like Not Richard has. His name is Rychard, but I was getting annoyed by that variable name because it was like hard for my brain to parse it. And he has nothing to do with me whatsoever. It's just a random name that Joey came up with. All right, so we're going to go into our enemy. We're going to set the, whoops. We're going to set their AY to be equal to our gravity. So I believe we have that in a variable. There we go. And then there's one other thing we need to do is right now when we do our rewinding, we are only setting our gravity if the sprite is not Richard. But we actually want to set it now for all of them because we're not going to be doing this following stuff anymore. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to move it out. And then I'm going to take this and get rid of it. I'll leave it around for now, but so we still want to move not Richard with the controllers, but we want to make it so that all sprites get their gravity back when we're done rewinding. All right, and now next, so right now we're doing this logic to make it so that the sprites follow not Richard whenever Richard gets close, not Richard. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to just take it out, and that will stop our enemies from doing that. And now if we head over, there we go. Our enemies have fallen to the ground. I forgot to put one in the hole there, so he's just like off the map. And there we go. All right, so I think that for now, I just want to make them Koopas from Mario. So they're just going to walk back and forth, and when they hit the edge, they're going to turn around. Red Koopas, specifically. So to do that, we are going to give them an initial velocity. So let's go ahead and do that for now. I think we should probably make a variable, and we'll call it not Koopa speed. Hear that, Nintendo? Okay. We'll put this inside of our onStart. And we'll set this to be like, I don't know, like 50 or something. And now we'll go ahead and set their VX to be the not Koopa speed. Now let's see if we can catch any of them before they fall. Yeah, all right. So you can see this guy was over here. Now he's over here. We need to add some stuff to make it so that they bounce when they get to either a wall or they are about to fall off. They'll turn around. So let's do that real quick. So I think we're going to do an on-game update. Why am I in sprites? It's not in sprites. And I'm going to add an extension real quick that's going to make this a lot easier, which is the tile maps extension. This one was written by Daryl and I. Daryl and me.
Daryl and me. Yeah.
Daryl and I?
Daryl and me.
Daryl and me.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay, where did I put my on-game update?
Joy, why are you looking at me like that?
Hassan is too. That's definitely a Daryl and I.
No, because you would say this extension was written by me.
Yeah, she's right. If you would say it with me, then it's always me. If you would say it with I, if it was singular, then it's I. That's how you do it.
Okay.
Joey
this has been Richard's
believe
and
it.
Vivian's English class. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to loop over our sprites of kind enemy, and we want for each of them to check where if they're about to hit a wall or if they're about to hit a like empty space. So the first thing we need to do is we need to check their velocity because we need to know if they're going to the right or if they're going to the left. So let's go to logic. Let's do a comparison. Get the Vx. And if Vx is less than 0, then we're going to the left. Otherwise, we're going to the right. And we're going to make a variable now, which is going to be called spot enemy spot do check. And we're going to set it right here to be the location of the sprite, and then like either to the left or to the right, depending on if they're going to the left or to the right. So I got this handy block inside of our tile maps extension, which is location left of location. So we can take the location of their sprite, and then since we're going left here, we want to check the one to the left. Sure, we make that value. And if we're going in the opposite direction, then we want to make sure that we're going to the right. How's chat looking? Did anyone say anything about VHS tapes?
No. VHS tapes are normal, Richard.
Are they?
I don't know.
Is there something you ever interact with nowadays?
It wasn't that far ago, was it?
When
There's something I interact with, but only this one.
when was the DVD invented? Was it 97?
I have no idea.
Because I distinctly remember like a VHS era, and then at some point we just started getting DVDs, and all of our VHSs stayed in a big box.
I had VHSs up until college because VHS tapes sold for really cheap at garage sales. So you can get all the good movies for like 10 cents.
Oh, man, that reminds me of yard sales. It's been so long since I've been to one.
Okay, so we're going to check to see if it's a wall. And this will be if they are coming up to, you know, like an edge like this. Whoa. Oh, I'm setting their x to 0. That's why that's happening. And if it is, then we're just going to flip their Vx. So we're going to set their Vx to 0 minus their Vx. And that's just going to flip whatever the sign is. And so that'll make it so we turn around. And let's go over to see this happen. Yeah, look at that. Whoops. All right, I'm actually going to change my tile map now to make it easier for me to see what we're doing. Let's head over here. All right, we're going to get rid of this hole. And then we're going to make like a little bit of a, I think we're going to do like this. And then we're going to put a little space right here. And we'll just put an enemy right here, and then we'll see, you know, how it ends up going. Oh, wait, they're going to start going to the right. So I'm actually going to put this here, and I'm going to put the space right here. And then this will let us test both of our conditions, you know, if there's something there or if there's not something there. So let me go ahead and just make this a wall now. And now it should be easy to see our code when the simulator restarts. Cool, all right. So They are correctly bouncing off this. They're actually not bouncing down here, going down here when they like get to that spot, and that's because they are perfectly the size of the tile, and so it's just not lining up perfectly. That's okay though. We don't really need them. If it was a 2-space one, they would fall, but we don't really need them to fall here, so we're just going to leave that as is, and we're now going to do the logic to check to see if they are about to fall down a hole or if there's like a space there. So to do that, we're going to jump up here so that my character is safe. I don't like seeing Richard come to harm. Not Richard. Go back to where we're checking stuff.
I think they fell down. I think they fell down the hole.
Oh, they did? Yeah, it's possible that they can fall down the hole.
Yeah.
If they get lucky, you know, and it perfectly lines up.
I don't know if they consider that lucky.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so we're checking to see if this is a wall. What we're going to do now is we're going to check to see if this is not a wall, that means it's an empty space. And so we want to check below to see if there is a space there. So we're going to go into our tilemaps extension. We're going to get another one of these location in direction blocks. No, I don't want to put that there. Put that there. And we want to check the location to the bottom of that. And we want to say, is that not a wall? And actually, I can just put this inside an OR, I'm realizing now. Yay, high efficiency coding.
Yeah, one of the core principles of the stream.
Yeah, all right. Now look at that guy. Just bounce back and forth. Whoops. That was really lucky that I just fell down that hole. All right, cool. Okay, we got our Koopa logic. So we need to handle this for rewinding now because we need to like make sure that they start moving again when they are done rewinding. So this is going to be kind of interesting. I'm wondering if we should do something complicated or if we should just make it so that they start moving.
What do you want to do, Richard?
What is something complicated entail?
Something complicated would be like whenever we store their position, we also store the direction that they are moving. And that would be able to determine, you know, like if we should be going left, we should be going right at the end of the rewind. But I don't really want to do that. The other thing we could do is we could compare the second to last position with the current position and then see if they moved in that direction. And if they did, then we flip. Well, then we know which direction they're going, right? So, yeah, maybe I'll do that.
That's more complicated than my uncomplicated solution.
What's your uncomplicated solution?
It's just gonna be set it and hope.
Yeah, that's the other option.
Yeah. Is there an edge case where their last two positions, like one was going right, but then they hit a wall, so now they're going left? In which case, you just need to keep going left.
But if that was the case, they would be in a point where they would flip. So it would fix itself.
There.
Yeah. So I think that edge case works out. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're doing this move for each of our sprites, right? Yes. And what we want to do is we want to also store the last one that they were at. So we're going to have to do something special for that. We're going to go into this, whoops, I wanted to do go to definition. There we go. We want to go to the definition of this move function, and we're going to store on our sprite their last x and last y. So let's do that real quick. We're going to go into here. We're going to do the set number. Actually, we just need to set their last x. You know, I don't want to do more work than I have to. High efficiency. So we're going to do this right here. We're going to put our sprite right there. We're going to put their add a new property called last x. And we're going to set it to be the sprite's x. Okay. And now we're going to go to our rewind function, which was right around here somewhere. Here it is. And we're going to say if this sprite is an enemy, and the way we check that is we're just going to do an equals, and we're going to get the kind. Whoops, wrong place. Okay, so if sprite kind equals enemy, then we're going to be, we're going to do another if. We're going to say if their last x I keep looking in the wrong category for some reason. You think I would have internalized this by now on our like 250th stream or something.
Is this 250?
It's 240 something, I think.
Oh man.
You know, we're getting pretty close to halfway to your goal for the end of the year.
Not my goal, Shannon's goal. Shannon signed us up for this.
Shannon, was this Vivian's goal? 500 streams by the end of the year. That was Vivian, right?
No, I said it during the.
I was giving you a chance to get out.
Oh, I see.
Shannon, you know, is a bigger person than that. Owns up to their word.
Yeah.
I had a question, which is, have you guys been numbering your streams based on the most recent number in the live stream forum channel?
Yes.
I do. So if I know that someone else hasn't entered theirs yet, I will leave a gap.
Okay.
Did we not leave a gap,
But-
Shannon?
I'm like 4 or 5 behind is the thing. I haven't checked. But
Okay, then we'll stop doing that. We'll just whatever number is up there, you take.
okay, I'll do them this week today. But we might be up to 255.
This might be how we get our 500, you know? Shannon will be slow, then we'll skip, but then she'll post
No,
on
and then
top.
everyone will be like, "There's no possible way," and then we'll all look so downtrodden, and then Shannon will come in and be like, "Wait, guys, there might be a way."
Also, we
I'll
have a
want to-
question from chat if we've ever considered doing a JavaScript coding day.
We have considered it. I don't know why we've never done that. Maybe we'll do that some Friday, right?
Done
I
it.
thought we've done it on a Friday before, but it was like first 50 streams or something.
Oh, right. We did it for the boss battle.
Yeah,
Done it several times. I think grappling hook game was also JavaScript.
Oh,
I vaguely remember that one.
Well,
Yeah.
in any case, it's been a long time, so we should do it again.
But yeah, if we did do it, it would be on Friday, which is when we do sort of weirder, more experimental things. I don't know, things that are not have a chance of not succeeding.
Okay, so if the last x is less than the current x, that means that we were moving to the right. So that means that we were moving to the right while we were rewinding. So we want to do the opposite of that. We want to go negative. And then for the other one, we want to go positive. And let's test this out real quick. So I want you guys to watch what direction the not Koopa is going in when I hit them, okay?
Oh man.
That looked right. That looked right?
Yeah.
Did you not do the thing I asked you to?
I tried.
They were going right, and I think they started going left before they hit the wall.
I think that was right.
If you make the
Okay. All right. We're gonna make the test easier to do.
yeah, if you make the space longer, because I can't
Let's
tell
go
if it's because
timeless.
they're moving so fast they're hitting the edge.
So we're just going to make this a big open space. There we go. Takes a second. There we go. All right, definitely going to the left. Oh, wait, no, because it's the direction that they would be going in 4 seconds. 4 seconds ago. That was right, though, right? Yeah, that was correct. Yeah, okay, we got it right. Pretty sure. Okay, right. So it's going to the right now. And then when we hit it, it's going to go back 4 seconds, and it's going to be going to the right again. There you go. Yeah, we got it right. Okay. So, pretty neat. Now, what do you guys want to do? What do you want to add? We should add some more stuff to this.
Did you want to do more levels? Or more things? Oh.
Poor guy. Well, I mean, he's not that poor because it's made it basically impossible to win.
Or us.
Okay, all right, let's do some levels. But I got to be honest, I'm not feeling super inspired by the levels we have right now. You know, we don't have enough tools in our tool chest to make the levels fun, I think.
I think
you go ahead.
I think we should figure out a way to like more deeply integrate the rewind mechanic.
I like it.
I don't have any good ideas, but yeah.
Well, so I think the point of this game is that you're doing the rewinding, but you can't actually hurt anything, you know? It's just like the world is filled with obstacles that you have to like deal with. And so what makes that interesting? I think that one thing that is interesting about having the rewind is maybe we can make it so that you can rewind and everything else rewinds, but you don't. Right? So like if you get damaged, you'll rewind also. But maybe if you press B, you'll rewind everything else, but not you. And then we start doing something where we have like things moving in the world, you know? So I think we could do some stuff with that. Does that work for you, Shin?
Yeah, that's cool. I'm into that.
Yeah, so let's think of like a good puzzle for that, actually. I think that there is something we could do. So like one thing would be like if we had you hit a button and then like something moves, like a wall comes down, but the wall opens up, right? So you hit a button, this wall opens up, this wall goes down. You go into the middle, you rewind, and then this wall goes down, this wall goes up, and then you can keep going. So that's like a very simple puzzle you can do with that, like mechanic. All right, cool. So let's do something like that. We're gonna go and go into our rewind code, and we're going to do actually, where are we doing the rewind? So it's when we take damage, I know. There's a take damage function somewhere. Let's do it, Daryl. And I'm just gonna get rid of this code because it's taking up my workspace. I don't like it. Go away. We'll rewrite it if we have to. All right. Moving forward, don't look back. Okay, so when we take damage right here, we loop over all of our sprites and we call rewind. So we rewind not Richard, and then we rewind all of the enemies. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a on B button pressed, and we're going to do code that's like this, but we're actually just going to, maybe we should just make a rewind function, and we'll put in a Boolean that's like also rewind Richard.
Yes, more functions. Hey, Richard, I would like you
Vivian?
to say the alphabet with even letters only.
What does that mean?
Like A starts off as 0, and then B is 1. So
Okay.
Is
A,
A even? Or sorry,
C,
0?
E, G, I, K,
What?
M, O. Did I mess up?
Did you say A again?
No, I think I said H. Is that what you heard?
Maybe. Sorry, I was like, what a rookie mistake. That's the first letter.
I definitely did not say A again. Anyway, I was on O. Q, S, U, W, Y. Done.
Let me check my answer book.
Wait, did you start with A or no?
Yeah, I started with A.
Wasn't it just the even ones?
Yeah, but she said A was 0.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Richard, what would you say your favorite letter of the alphabet is? Wait, hold on. I don't care yet. Wait, yes I do. What would you say your favorite letter of the alphabet is? Oh no! It's too
What a bold way to handle that conversation. What's your favorite letter? I just realized I don't actually care at all.
Time is hard.
So what Vivian was trying to do there was distract me so that I forget to call my function. Because when that happens, I have to pay a quarter. But what she doesn't realize is that she's just reminding me that I have to call the function. Like, very obviously trying to make me forget.
It's never worked. I've tried this many times, and not once has it
It's
resulted in a quarter. I think we need to have a new strategy.
It has never worked. Oh, wait, this is really fun because not only is it not rewinding Richard, but you can still move while it's rewinding. That's cool. I like that.
I still think that section's impossible.
All right, let's prove Hassan wrong. Bam.
Oh!
Bam. Bam. Did not expect to get that on the first try.
Right.
Go away, guy. All right, cool. I like this. All right, so now we want to do something that we can do like a puzzle with. So I think that like the idea of having like wall creating sprites or something is a good idea because it'll let us do these types of just puzzles. And so I think the easiest way to do that is that we need to basically we're going to create a type of sprite that is going to be a wall creator. So let's go into our tile map, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a button sprite. Button. Button. Is that a pressed button? I think that's a pressed button. There we go. And we'll make it a shiny button. Okay, so we're gonna put this button right here. And what we want to do is when you press this button, we're going to have like a little wall trap happen. And so to do that, we're going to create two more things. So first, we're going to do a wall that goes down, and we're going to do a wall that goes up. So let's go ahead and just make a W with a down. I did not leave enough space to do an arrow. There we go. So we'll do that like right here. And then we're going to do another one. So let's duplicate this, change it to be an up. What's up?
No, that was just, a confusing way to get to the up.
What? I was high efficiency, dude.
It was very cool, Richard. I was just like, what is this nonsense? And then it was like, a block of marble and a sculptor chipping away at it.
Mm-hmm. That's how I do. All right, we're also going to take this button, and we're going to duplicate it, and we're going to make a pressed button. So we're just going to take this. We're going to go boop, boop. All right. So let's go. we're going to go into our onStart, and we're going to put in some code to like make these things go. So basically, let me kind of explain what I'm thinking with this. What I'm thinking is we'll have a sprite up here, and when it moves, it will create walls. And whenever you press one of these buttons, it's just going to flip. So this one will start going down, this one will go up. All right. And then if you were to, you know, press a button, and whichever one is currently active is going to like reverse. So we'll create like a sprite up here, we'll create a sprite down here. And when you do the rewind, we should be able to just use our existing rewind logic so that when it goes backwards, it'll like erase everything that it did. Does that sort of make sense? Does that seem like a good strategy, everybody?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Richard, what would you... Wait, Joey, how do you pronounce it?
I'm not making the function right now.
What?
No,
How do I pronounce
it?
Oh, the ish.
Ish?
Ish?
Either is valid depending on your locale.
Okay, Richard, what would you guess that means in German? Is it because I said it?
I'm surprised you. I'm
No,
surprised
it's
you
because
didn't.
of the famous quote,
Ich
Ich
bin
bin ein
ein
Berliner.
Oh. Oh.
Which I mean was not really misunderstood, but it is funny to believe that people could think that he was saying that he's a jelly donut. That is
But yeah, it's a very famous quote. Okay, so we're going to create a sprite. So let's go ahead and actually, I'm just going to drag out a whole new one right here. We're going to make this into our wall follower, and it's just going to be like blah 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 blah. Doesn't matter. We're going to make it invisible. I should probably make it 8x8. And I should probably just fill it in. There we go. Wally.
Whenever someone says Wally, I just say it like the Disney character does in my head.
How does he say it?
It's not like Wally or something like that. So,
Gotcha.
So he said Wally, and it just like played in my head. I was like, did he mean Wally? Or it always takes a moment.
All right, so we're going to place them there. We've gotten rid of our tile. And we'll do something in a sec to make it so that they set the current state. So we're going to, for now, just duplicate this and do the same thing, but with the up version. So we're going to make a new kind. We're going to call it Wally up. And there we go. Now we're going to make a new function. It's going to be called set Wally state. And it's going to be taking a Boolean, which is going to be called up is in charge.
What does that mean, Richard?
You know, it's the one that's active. What do you mean? What does it mean?
Are both directions of wall gonna use this? Up is in charge.
Are both directions of wall going to use this?
No, you just keep going.
So,
you just keep going. Yeah.
Yeah, so if up is in charge, then the up one is active. If up isn't in charge, then the down one is active.
Okay, sure. Yeah, computes.
All right. So let's go into sprites and get an array of all sprites of kind. This one right here. We're going to loop over all of them. And we're going to set their velocity. So I think the idea is that we're just going to, when up is in charge, we're just going to give them all a negative VY for all of them. We're going to give all of them a negative VY. And then if down is in charge, we're going to give all of them a positive VY. And we're going to write some code to check their velocity. So if they're going in the right direction for the kind that they are, they'll make a wall. If they aren't, then they will destroy a wall. Okay. Where is the thing I wanted to do? It was the set velocity block. So we'll set it to be like -50. Do the same thing here. And now for the other one, we're just going to set it to be +50. And we're going to set this to be, why did I do that? 50 instead. And now let's ruin Vivian's day. Okay, so now if we head over here, we should see that they are both in the up position because our up is active. So if we remember, this one was the up one. So it's up there. And the idea is that now we're going to write an on-game update, or actually maybe we'll just do an overlaps. No, we'll do an on-game update. No, we'll do an overlaps. Yeah, okay. We're gonna do no, we'll do an on-game update. Sorry, I'm having a time deciding today.
Richard will support you no matter what you choose, probably, if you choose the right one. But don't worry about it. You'll do
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Just do it right.
Just do it right.
Okay. So for this on-game update, we're going to go in here. We're going to do another loop, and we're going to loop over all of the sprites of time. I'm just going to duplicate this one because we've already got it. All right, so we're going to loop over both of these folks. We're going to do a comparison. So we're going to drag out this. We're going to drag out a comparison block, put that in here. We're going to check their VY. We're going to say that if their VY is less than 0 and they are a Wally up, then we're going to create a wall. And I'm going to need a tile to make for this wall because I don't want it to be the same as this one because it'll be difficult to keep track of. So I'm going to go ahead and make a new wall real quick. I'll do a plus, make it like, going for like a steel look. Or let's actually do like, and then like that. And then we'll put in the like rivets.
Is steel the one that's a combination of things?
Maybe?
Yes.
All right, that looks fine.
Because you have to level up to make steel in like Minecraft, right?
What are the
Definitely in RuneScape.
what are the things that go in steel?
Everyone will remember that Shannon is our Minecraft correspondent and RuneScape correspondent.
Mindscape. I'm like, does Minecraft have steel?
Our chat says no. There's iron.
It's like, yeah, you take iron. Iron is the like default thing, and then steel is like stronger than iron.
But what do you mix with the iron to make steel?
You know, copper and stuff.
Is it just any metal?
Coal?
Coal?
Is it not carbon?
It is carbon.
Carbon?
I thought.
Yeah, it's carbon.
I'm looking up steel.
I'm actually pretty sure.
Yeah, it's one piece of iron ore and one piece of coal.
Yeah, which is carbon.
Yes.
Oh.
All right, so we are setting this right here. The other thing we want to do is, because our sprite is going to be moving through walls, we're actually going to make it so that they are ghosts. And this is going to be a little tricky, but I have a plan, so don't worry. I'm going to set the ghost to goes through walls is what I want. Set that on. And we're going to now do the opposite. So if they're going in the wrong direction, so they are going the opposite of the direction that they should be going, we are going to set wall off, and we're going to set their wall to be just blank space. All right, cool. And now if we head over, we got a wall. And it's also going up, and you can see our other one went down, and we'll fix that in a second. But, you know, there you go. Got the basic thing going. All right, let's do the opposite. So for, for Wally down, we're just going to do the opposite thing. We're going to do this. We're going to reverse these. And now we're going to make it so that they stop when they hit an actual wall. And so to do that, we're just going to go into scene. We're going to do a on sprite of kind overlaps. The nice thing about this ghost split up that Joey did a while back is that we can now like overlap with tiles and just not walls, which is awesome. And it makes it really easy to do something like this. So even though they're ghosting through the walls, they'll still overlap with this brick tile. When that happens, we can just set their velocity to 0. And then we want to make it so that they are not, well, here, let's try this real quick, and then I'll show you the problem with it. Cool, okay, so the problem with this is that we are 1 pixel or 2 pixels inside of the wall, which is no good. We want to make it so that it stops before it gets there. So to do that, all we need to do is, after we set their velocity to be 0, where was that code? Here it is. We're just going to set them on top of their own location, which will just align them to the tile that they're currently on. So we're going to do a place on top of location, and then we're going to place the sprite on the location of the sprite. And that's just going to be like, all right, get back into the middle of your square, you know? All right, yeah, that looks good. Okay, so let's do the button press now. So when we press the button, we're going to make it so that the opposite happens. So let's do an on overlaps. You know, I don't really have a great idea for this one, but we'll figure it out. I feel like I've written this kind of code before. So when we hit the button, we're going to set the tile to be the pressed one. And then we should probably store like a variable, I think, which is going to be Wally up is definitely in charge. The obvious name for this variable. And we'll put that there. And so now what we can do is we can call our function again. And we're just going to do not of whatever that variable is. So I'll flip it. Cool. All right. So we got that going. Now let's make it so that they rewind. So that's easy enough to do. We just need to add it to our rewind function, but we also want to make sure that, like we did with the velocity for the enemies, we do the same thing for the wallies. So let's go ahead now and go to our rewind function, do a rewind. Let's do another Daryl. Were you knocking on wood?
No, that's me putting my glass down.
Oh, I was like, was that relevant right now?
Hopefully, you know, doing a Daryl doesn't mess up your code. It never has up until this point, so why would it now?
That's true. The other thing we need to do is we need to call our function. This is not me forgetting to call it. Don't think this counts.
Hey, Richard, before when you were over there...
It kind of is. It kind of is.
Really?
Yeah.
Kind of how? Kind of like it definitely is and you don't want to admit it?
It definitely is. You should give me a quarter.
Wait. Does it count
No,
as one or
one,
two?
Joey, just one.
Okay, just one. Just one, okay? Because it did show up in 2 spaces.
Showed up in 2 spaces, but I wrote the code at the same time.
Okay, fair.
It's the best day of the year. Woo!
All right, and let's go to where we're rewinding, where we're recording our... Oh, hey, get out of here. Let's go to where we're recording our positions, and we'll also make sure we record our positions for all of our wallies. All right. Cool. Rewound a little too far there. So nice, that worked. We need to make it so that we can actually like do something with this button though. So we need to make it so that our button like is pressable, and we also need to handle the case where when we finish rewinding, it's still in like its transition state. Which it wasn't in this case, so everything worked out fine. But otherwise, it'll just be stuck, you know? That's no good. So we're going to do just like we did for our other enemy sprites. We're going to store a new property. It's going to be last y. Set it to be the y. And now inside of this do rewind, not do a rewind, inside of the regular rewind, here we go. We're going to do this. If sprite kind equals wally down or wally up, then we're going to compare their last y. And we're going to set it to be either -50 or 50. And we should make this be y. Cool. All right, I think that should do it. Cool. I think that actually did test it. I think I hit it perfectly that time. So awesome. All right. So we can, now that we've got that going, we should probably figure out what we're going to do for this button. So I think the idea should be that like when you're on the button, it's like pressed, but as soon as you get off the button, it like becomes unpressed, you know? And because it always toggles, we don't actually need to store its state. So, you know, it'll just be unpressed once you move off of it. So we're going to do an on-game update. We're going to loop over all of our tiles. Oh, actually, I guess we'll need to create a sprite for this. Well, we don't need to do it here, actually. We can just do it when we actually overlap with the button, and then we'll destroy it when its purpose has been served. So where's our overlap function? Not that one. Not that one. This one. And we're going to set this to be like that. We're going to create a new sprite. Called button tester. We're going to add a new kind, which is button tester. Going to make it 8 by 8. We'll make it red. We'll make it invisible. And then we're just going to place it on top of the location. And now that we've got that going, when we're inside of this on-game update, all we need to do is we're just going to loop over all of our button tester sprites. And if they are not overlapping with the player, that means we're not overlapping with the button anymore. And so we should just switch the buttons back. So we're going to do another for all of the sprites of a kind. This time the kind is, you guessed it, button tester. And then we're going to go inside here. We're going to do logic. And say, if not value overlaps with not Richard, then we're going to loop over all of our buttons. All the pressed ones, and then we're just going to set them to be not pressed. And then we want to destroy the sprite. All right, cool. So this does make one kind of thing, which is we can't have two buttons next to each other or weird stuff's going to happen, but I don't know why we would ever want to do that, so it's fine. All right, so press the button. Button is unpressed. Press it again. I can't get through. All right, let's rewind and hopefully this is going to put us in the right state. Whoops. Maybe we shouldn't be able to move while rewinding is happening, Yeah,
I feel like that would be, because then you could, I think you hit like a double rewind, right?
Yeah, which is what just happened.
Yeah.
That's why everything went weird. All right, did I actually do this puzzle? Oh, these need to like flip way faster.
Yeah, or you can move the button further away.
Yeah, but I want to make sure that they see it happening, I should probably move it a little bit farther away, and I should make it faster. I think both of those things are good. So let's do it properly this time. We're going to make a variable. It's going to be called Wally Speed. And as soon as we're done with this, we'll do our outros because we're at time, I realize now. I hope you guys all enjoyed this edition of the MakeCode Arcade Advanced stream. I know I did. I'm at Richard on the MakeCode forum.
I'm Hassan, at Hassan on the MakeCode forum.
I'm Jasmine.
I'm Joey at Wonder on the MakeCode forum.
I'm Shannon at Shakao on the MakeCode forum.
And I'm Vivian at Live Cheerful on the MakeCode forum.
Jasmine, we got to get you a forum account.
Jasmine, don't get a forum account. Just be Jasmine. Wouldn't that be cool?
All right. Well, thanks for watching.